I'm a mom now. Ever since I became a mom, there aren't many things that can upset me. I think mhlambe nganginazo ikhathi zokungabi right before I had a mom, because our industry is stressful, but it helps to be who you are and know ukuthi into vele ngiqale ukuyenza ngizenzela mina and not for other people. So opinion yomuntu ayivamisile ukungixaka kakhulu mina, because initially imina engangithanda entertainment mina angidwanga omunye umuntu imina obezenzela mina ngaze, and I was able to break into it mina ngamandla ami. So omunye umuntu my comment eceleni, it's like oh well. And I mean, I believe ukuthi impilo inama seasons. There's a good season, there's a bad season. There'll always be a good season, there's a bad season. There's nothing that bothers me too much. Ngiyazi ukuthi lokhu makwenza njengamanje kuyadlula.
Dreams. Yeah, I got dreams. Yeah, I got dreams. Yeah, I got dreams. Let me do me now. Let me do me. Let me do me now. Let me do me. I got dreams. Yeah, I got big dreams. I don't sleep, cause nothing really comes cheap. I be at the studio all day, putting in the work, gonna always. Never sleeping on myself, gonna no ways. Giving in my all, gonna showcase. I got dreams for my baby. Yeah, I got dreams for my daughter. So give her what she needs and that's what, yeah. So give her what she needs and support her. Cause see, I got a dream, I'm a man now. But it's more than just a dream, it's a plan now. Now where you can put in that thing, gonna try more. Until you find the dream you can strive for, or even die for. Dreams. Yeah, I got dreams. Yeah, I got dreams. Yeah, I got dreams. Let me do me now. Let me do me.
Sanibonani babukele emakhaya, sengiphinde ngabuya futhi with another episode of Ina Upopile. Ngihleli nolumkilo akazinyanga ke njengenjwayele. Yabo uma ukuthi awaka subscribe epage ayi asisoba nenkinga. Subscribe, click notification button, ushare umsebenzi nabanye abantu yabo ukuze nje sizoqhubeka nathi yabo sibe nomfutho sinilethele abantu aba right. Niyabona nje namhlanje today ngiphathele usisi wami nje lana yabona so sebenze kakhulu yabo abaningi vele ngiyazi bazombona vele from nje from nje izinto eziningi sizibukayo kumabona kude ya kunjani?
Ngiyaphila shisilanga nje phandle kwi Women's Month. Siyaphela Women's Month konje?
Yaphela mhlawumbe.
Ngakho today. Oh my god. Almost over. It's almost over.
Yaphela. Ngiyabonga nje kakhulu yabo for being part of the show. It's a blessing nje nakuthina yabona. Yabo yona nje sifuna ukuyibona nathi yenzeka la yabo so nje kuyintokozo kakhulu ukuthi.
Ngiyabonga nami ukuthi yena ningimemeke. That's wonderful.
And I'm hoping ukuthi we're going to have a good time yabo, because phela that's what people want yabo. They want to get to know you better yabo, bazi nama aspirations akho, izinto nawe that you want to see yourself usaya nakhona yabona nezinto ke that you've done even before. So ke manje for umuntu ke nje mhlambe you've never like heard ngawe ungayichaza ungathi ubani kuyena?
Oh my god. Ngusiphelele. Yazi mina ngivele ngazi ukuthi ngichaze kanjani. Ngusiphelele nje. Uma ungangazi you can just go to Google, type igama lami. Izokunika nje yonke imininingwane. No, Google is the best makuza kumina. Izokunika nje information ephelele ngokuthi ngubani ngesikhatsini ngenzani kanjani. Or social media I guess, but Google.
Okay, ngoba phela ke kufuneka bazi vele sihlelo siphelele Mzimela. Yeah. So ke manje ke because vele into mhlambe ngithanda siqale kuyona yabo. I want us to like start with the background yakho yabo, to know ukuthi mhlambe ukhulele kuphi and ibinja nje upbringing yakho yabo growing up.
Ngakhulela enyoni nogogo. I don't think you know uthi inyoni kuphi. Sasiteng.
Inyoni.
Mandela yes.
Oh ngiyayazi Mandela phela mina ngiphuma eGreat Town yabo.
Oh ayakulula ukuthi uyazi. Kuthi Great Town udlula uMaphumulo?
Yeah, you kahle
kude ke Great Town.
Yeah, kukude vele because sokuzophuma sidlule PMB sishonele kodwa lezo indawo
yabo ngihamba ngePNB nina
yeah omandeni indawo eseduze vele nase Great Town because even isistenga siseduze la
siseduze istenga but I don't think imandeni siseduze imandeni
yeah na iseduze imandeni yabo because bakhona nanabantu laba esihlala nabo yabo abahlala khona emandeni abake bafike nakuthina ngayo
ngakhulele nyoni nogogo angihlala nogogo ngingane kagogo and it was nice
oh so manje ubuhlala nogogo kuphela abazali
abazali bami babekhona but umuntu ayifika njalo ubaba okay ubaba nje that was the more present parent uma I didn't really know ma that well kwa umuntu nje I think wafika a bit later sengikhula khulile nakhona ngafiki that much but umuntu nje ebengimjwayela ugogo nobaba
so phoma bokunjani ke nje ukukhulela cause phela imandeni vele isemakhaya
ngangi-enjoya mina ngiyabona nje ngangi-enjoya yabo sasidlala ngangi-enjoy yabona ngeke ngasho ukuthi yabona umuntu mayethi uyahlupheka sisezingane thina uma ngabe kuphekwe ngosikeni kini wawungazi ukuthi uyahlupheka ngoba uhappy uma nihamba nobhukude emfuleni ni happy uma nihamba nokhumango ni happy nikhoma gava ni happy uze uwezwa ngoba usukhulile usuno 14 ukuthi kuhlupheka ongakwazi la
sasitshelwa nabantu futhi abafika
sitshelwa abantu bengihlupheka mina kwakupheka ngegesi kumnandi sibuye sipheke phansi siyakhweza kumnandi nje bese uyakhula usufika koThekwini usuyatshotha hayibo
ngoba phela futhi imnandi leya environment yabo
imnandi
ifundisa nje nanokuningi ngempilo yabona ikwenze nanokuthi kutheme indawo ethile because phela elokushini nje bese siphinde sahlala nasemalokishini ayi emalokishini ufika uma usuyabona impilo yakho ubone ukuthi hayi ngathi gijima kakhulu
iyagijima kwakuslow nje yabona phandle mhlawumbe ngabo 6 angithi sesihlala eduze komfula uzobona kuzoqhamuka ukukhanya sikhope kwakumnandi nje for me but nje ngase ngizwe ukuthi hayibo cha naniphila leyo mpilo and it was like you know
ngoba nami phela iyona impilo nathi esikhule ngayo kahlahle leyo sikhulele khona emakhaya iyona impilo nje esiyazi and it was fun yabo
nidli iparish ekseni it wasn't a problem usutshela ngama cornflakes manje uthi hawo
nibo nabadayisi lawafuna
sesithi idla ama cornflakes iparish la udla isijingi udla ngazini it was too much fun
so ke manje ke ngalesa sikhathi mhlawumbe italent lakho yabo leli ubusuwazi mhlawumbe ukuthi ufuna ukwenza noma mhlawumbe ububuka uhalela ukuthi ngelinye ilanga yazi nami ngakuthanda ke ngenza into mhlawumbe ne TV phakathi
I think ngangikubuka ngikhalela not ukuthi ngangicabanga per se ngangikubuka ngikhalela kuyinto enzoyi-reenact amandlalo uyabona niyadlala nje phandle ni-reenact kuyinto engiyibuka nje ngiyahalele not ukuthi ngizoyenza one day I think maybe mhlawumbe ucabanga ngokuyiphursua actively into engayicabanga mhlawumbe a little later on mhlawumbe sengino 13 sengazi ukuthi okay mhlawumbe this is what I might want to do
benzenza lezi zinto zoku-acta ngoba siphela thina bekunalezi zinto lama-sketch lawo benziwa uparticipate entweni enjalo
I think kuthina it wasn't really ama-sketch kwakudlala umasigcozi and pretending kwawukuba udlala umasigcozi and you pretending to be a mom when you're not kwawuyinto efana naleyo
bawena besiprepare for le mpilo vele lesiyiphilayo manje bawuzobheka
so wo-acta as auntie uyapheka wabona nje it was fun
ayikhona nama-role thina sasesingasawafu sasithanda uba obaba phela
ngithanda ukuzodla niyaphekelwa nina ninenzelwa itiye ngithatha ukudla endlini niyakutshontsha niyopheka it was so much fun but maybe that's the only form of acting I ever knew ngisahlala nyoni nogogo
ngoba ngeke ngisho nami ukuthi i-content kahlahle that we were creating at that time
yes.
As much as we didn't know ukuthi sibe create content because indlela ebekuphilwa ngayo emakhaya ngisho ama-structures izinto imicimbi uma kunemicimbi yabo indlela ekufike kwenziwe ngayo you can see ukuthi noma sesiyibona ku TV kuba sengazothi it's something new manje
and it's not brand new
kanti into vele that we've like nje been doing ngempela for sonke lesikhathi so ke obani ke mhlawumbe we like inspiring you ke ngaso nje lesasikhathi
ngisengane
umuntu nje ongathi ube role model yakho nje ongathi udlala influence eningi kakhulu ukukushape even the way mhlawumbe that you were thinking ngalesa sikhathi because phela uba khona loyo muntu loyo yabo uthi uma umbheka ubonti yalo
as in entertainment or just in general empilweni
ngaba nje
because I think a great influence in my life was ugogo and then my father, because ugogo mina ngangifunda mina ukuhlala emafarm, ngangifunda mina ukuhlala emafarm, ngiye esikoleni emafarm ukuze ngizobuya esikoleni ngize kugogo.
Yeah.
But wangixosha ngihamba ngaye boarding school ngaye Harrismith athi no, you have to get a better education, you have to meet ubone ezinye indawo, travel wangihambisa nje wayengafuni nje hlobo ukuthi nje ngihlale ekhaya. Ngisawathe ngithi wayengathi washa phansi ngonyaka wathi nje cha wehamba ngagcine ngihambile kanjalo. And then later on kwakubaba ke that would prompt izinto eziningi ukuthi akwenziwe ukuthi and propel me forward.
Hayi ngoba phela vele uthola ukuthi abazali bayibona lento thina even kwathina uthothi thina sikayibona ngoba bamshoka kwakhona ukuthi mhlawumbe ungathothi yena wayesebona vele uthi lo muntu uma ukuthi uhleli la izinto
yeah and he's correct ngezinto eziningi bandla you know so izinto uyayibona yena.
So ke manje ke acting ke yona ke how do you get into acting, how do you move mhlawumbe la eThekwini asiqale nje lapho ukuthi umuve nini ukuthi ube la eThekwini?
Mina ngimuve ngiqala ngafunda DUT right.
Yeah,
njengoba ngichaza ukuthi I have a very ubaba he's very proactive when it comes to education and he believes in education kakhulu. So I finished the DUT ngangenza drama DUT.
Yeah.
And then wathi you know usemncane and luckily inhlanhla ke nami uthi nginayo baba usakwazi ukuthi aqhubeke angifundise. That's just inhlanhla yami le ngiya understand lokuthi akwandele bani. So I acknowledge ukuthi and I'm really lucky in that sense. So when I got done with that diploma wathi angihambe ngeGoli and I went to after ngafike ngafunda. When I did my third year after I met the director of Isibaya wayezile esikoleni I think to give a talk. Mina at that time I was very proactive in anything concerning career yami, whether mina I'm always at a photo shoot, mina I'm always shooting something, mina I'm always njalo busy, you know, I'm always putting something together to put online. I'm always just busy. I'm just always proactive. So uma ngihlangana naye I told him ukuthi I'd like to come behind the scenes. It doesn't matter what I do. Like I just want to be on set. As long as ngi on set, that's all. Bese mangiqede lapho ngimkhombisa izinto zami, I'm like buka I have a diploma, buka ithombe zami I do photo shoots, buka nje I could be a whole brand blah blah. Ngikhulume naye ngiyipitche awena ngisemncane ngaloso sikhathi ngishinga nje ngiyipitche and then sometime later wangifonela wathi there's a role encane, it's just a cameo. Woza, it's just gonna be 2 days and then it's gonna be done. Ngafika ke ezuKentucky and then it just went on longer than 2 days.
Obusisiwe.
It went on longer. It went on for years. Into akufanele kube 2 days kuphela.
Ngaqonda phela mabelibona nabi talent
but yeah, otherwise I think ukactor mina ngingene after my intention was to be a writer.
No.
But I liked acting, but I ngangazi ukuthi I had the gall for it.
Yeah.
I liked it. So othisha esikoleni when we were doing ama projects esikoleni, sometimes I'd have to fill in for an actor or. So when I was filling in, but you should probably consider acting more than writing. Not that you're a bad writer. But bagxila nje kakhulu bagxila nje isikhathi but bathi nje consider acting. Sesibuyela to classes bathi nje consider acting over and over again.
So phela basebekubona ukuthi awusabi yabona. Uyakwazi ukuthi ungene kwi character ngoba phela into ebalekile about acting yabo to be able to get into character. Ube uyena exactly lo muntu sithi uma sikubona thina sibone yena exactly lo muntu that you acting ebe futhi uthothi nanamanye ama views nama values mhlawumbe wenzayo, it's not what you like believe in, kodwa still ukwazi ukuthi umportray futhi and respect leyo character yabo. So manje AFD banimeleni FDA after
it's the African after AFDA. Ukuthi sebawushintshile manje sebawushintshani. It's the African Film School of it's the film school of something. It's so long it's an African film school of it's title end
like it's a goal not like eThekwini.
Ikhona la eThekwini.
Okay.
Ikhona naseGoli. They've got 4 branches man.
Because manje ngibone ngathi ubuyele kabili khona ngathi you graduated in 2015.
I graduated graduated in 2015, and this year I decided to do my honors. I always wanted to do my honors. Ngashawa isikhathi that I was obviously working and I didn't have time to.
So manje honors nsuku esenenzani nakhona, you still writing?
We're still writing, we're still doing movies, but more honors is more of an academic need on my end because ngumuntu ofunwa eventually to want to lecture and be a professor, and it's more of an academic thing. I'm doing it as more of an academic thing more than it is
for industry.
Yes, more than it is for the industry.
On the industry uma uyibheka nina ngcono ngoba vele senikhona vele out there.
No, but sesikhona, but you know, it's more of an academic thing.
Ngoba kufana phela nabanye abantu, there are people who told you abantu they are still dreaming, and abanye futhi abayifaki like wena ubusho cause kwakhona yabo ukuba naleyo mentality ethi uma ifikile umuntu ukwazi ukuzimarket. Abantu abaningi kunalokho ufuna isithombe umuntu esikhundleni sokuthi afune the information yabo, and agcine seyigeja ke walapho.
Yeah, they abantu abafani nkosami, but mina nje I was very even I think magdala Generations for instance ngangibuka the end credits to Generations, ngibuka who's the producer, who's the executive producer, and follow all those people online. Ngangibazi nje bonke. So I talk to them. By the time I did get that little opportunity, I knew so many people already, you know. So it was a matter of hard work meets opportunity. It was just hard work meets opportunity, and then I got into
you make your own luck. Ukuthi phela kancane nayo yabo, if uthi uzoyilinda futhi especially kulomkhakha cause phela kulomkhakha it's only the brave ngampela who like succeed because maningi nama challenges nje akhona,
maningi kakhulu ama challenges.
Wena wathi imaphi nje mhlambe ke nje abe major ke owabhekana nawo kusukusona ke the space manje of doing films.
Sengikusona, I think mina I challenge am kakhulu ibe ukuthi ngizochaza kanjani nje mina I do acting because I love acting. Not necessarily because I want to be seen, and not necessarily because ngifuna to be bigger than other people or to be different from the other people or to boast. So mina, my thing is mina kube ngiyakwazi ngabe ngiya actor, right? And then change my face. And then continue with my business. Hey. Uyabona kube ngiyakwazi nje. Yabona ngase ngijabula kakhulu ngama mask because then I could just wear a mask and nobody sees me. Umuntu ozobe ngibonile uzobe ngibone ngobe ngibuka ngempela. But angithanda ukuyikhanyisa, angazi ngizochaza kanjani. Angithanda ukuyiphakamisa more than I should. Yes. I mean for instance mina when ngihamba nabangani bami for mhlawumbe uthola ukuthi ngizohamba ngiyobona umngani wami and I'm gonna park outside ngithi phuma phandle athi ngena endlini uzobingelele ugogo nomkhulu kuvele ukuthi angisangane because ngizobabingelela uma bengibona but ungangenzi an idol, angiyithandi lonto, angazi noma ngiyazwakala yini. Don't make me an idol, angiyifundi lonto leyo. Noma uthola ukuthi siyangena endaweni wena usuthi ngiyambona ukuthi ubani lona uKentaki. It's like mina I sometimes even struggle with acting is different. I will struggle to stand up and MC. Like just for I'm emceeing just because I'm me. That has been my biggest struggle. I'm not that kind of person, but unfortunately umkhakho engikuyo kind of makes me into that kind of individual.
You can't run away.
You can't run away from it.
And it causes a lot of problems kahle nangaphezulu. Yabo nje wayona le mase amehle sethe people they baba nama opinions.
They have their and I mean you know acting is a love of mine. I'm a very happy person. And I'm happy abantu into abanga understand it. I'm happy during all seasons. Whether I'm on TV or I'm not on TV. Ukuba TV kwami nongabe TV kwami doesn't make me depressed. Uma ngingekho ku TV angekho TV, and if I'm not and if I'm in front of the camera I'm in front of the camera. But I'm happy in all seasons nje. Yabo.
Uyenza vele lento ngoba vele iphuma ngaphakathi.
Ngoba iphuma ngaphakathi kumina, hayi ngoba ngenzela wena.
Ngoba abantu bayithwala ke fame. Yabo nje most people bayithwala ifame. Yabo umuntu nje ngaso sonke isikhathi ufuna kuhlezi kwaziwa ukuthi
mina ngumina. Mina nje ngiyathanda nje ukudlalela endlini and be on my TikTok. Thiwa ngiyahamba ngiyo-acting ngibuye ngidlalele endlini futhi and withdraw to my house. That's it. I'm very withdrawn.
Hayi ngoba phela na iza nezinto zayo.
Iza nezinto zayo but nje kuyi-challenge ngempela ukuhlela ubuka abantu no matter what you do, and abantu baya-projecta wena fabe wenza ukuthi, wena fabe wenza ukuthi, wena fabe wenza ukuthi, wena fabe wenza ukuthi, you know.
And especially since bengakwazi even nanokuhlukanisa ukuthi uKentucky lo
uSiphelele lona.
Most of the time ngisho kubela ukuthi manje they speaking to Sphelele bafuna bona ukukhuluma noKentucky because
it's like ave kunzima mina ukuyikhipha outside of ikhanda lami ngibeke ngaphandle and view myself how other people view me. I understand ukuthi people view me in a certain way. Kodwa mina izinto mangizenza njengoba ngenza ngisesikoleni, I'm really doing it for myself. Angivuke kuseni ngithi ngifuna ukulala sibanibani. I'm doing it for myself and nobody else. So umuntu mase eza kumina efuna ukuimpose izinto zakhe kumina, it becomes a big problem for me.
Hayi ngoba phela bazoyimpose basebeyazi phela icharacter
Khathaleleni indaba ungekho kushaka ilembe wena like
abanye bazitshela ukuthi vele ke nanokwenza izinto nje bayitshela ukuthi kuvele nje
naye fabushaka ilembe wena indaba ungakwenza ukuthi indaba yabo like
kanti phela lokho kungcono mhlawumbe mabezokhuluma nabantu bawo kama production yabo because phela lokho kuhlezi kukuhle ukuthi u request wavele yabo nawe lokho kuyakusiza kodwa umuntu angenze ngazothi manje ezinye izinto ngoba phela i step futhi nakhona lesiyabo lento kwigame kuyona of acting ngempela i step by step ugcina nawe usukhona vele la ufuna ukuthi ufike khona ngelela kodwa angindizwa futhi
no not at all but it's a lot of hard work.
And yiyo le abantu abangayi understand kahle kahle leyo hard work yabo they think ukuthi abantu it's easy because babona abanye abantu bekwenza kuthiwa hayi mhlawumbe ungangena noma kanjani kanti hayi ngeke kufuneka ukusetshenzwe yabo you must work. So how do you like get into character ke nje asithi manje uma unikwe character imapha ama preparations that you do to make sure ukuthi le character ngempela lo inikiwe uba yiyona exactly?
There hasn't been anything I think mina is complicated enough for me to need to ukuthi ngicabange kakhulu because I think acting comes naturally to me. I think ungangitshela nje just as director angichazela for as long as they can angichazele nje for about an hour or so what they need from me and I'm more or less able to do it because again I think it comes naturally to me. I think it's the same with singers just sing. I mean, they'll prepare loco na loco, but they just sing. If ukwazi ukucula, then you just belt out a tune. So there's nothing complicated that I do. Unless, of course, it was maybe a character. Efana mhlambe no Ntsiki on Generations yamkhumbula, then maybe I'd need some preparation because that's kind of a villain, you know. Umuntu nje that's
vele utshotsha ama trait mhlambe akanawo lawa
angihambelani nawo. Then I need to study that kind of character because how do I become an evil person and completely evil throughout
and my own
my own yabona. So mhlambe into engaba efana naleyo ngaba i challenge kumina. Otherwise umuntu mayisidlala intombazana yasemakhaya
I'm
at home.
And ngibonile vele on your profile ukuthi you like also like sing because ukubhali ukuthi you are a singer. Are you still pursuing that or
umculo is a lot of umculo is a lot of work and I find njengoba ngithi mina I'm a little reserved. I find yabona ama events of groove no I like them. So ngingahamba to one once a month. But you understand ukuthi music that would require you to be there every weekend. And mhlambe it would be excessive for me when ngisabe lokho ukuthi I think this would be very excessive for me, you know. Kumnandi wenza appearance once in a while. Nibe mnandi nibe nalezo iphuzo ubuyele ekhaya yolala ngoba umuntu osemdala. But it would be excessive for me.
Masikukhisa ungaka.
Cha kodwa nje ngiyazizwa ukuthi no, this I can only do once a month. Angeze ngikwazi ukuyenza over and over again. And with music ngeke uzukwazi ukuchoose ama gig, you know.
Plus ke uma ukuthi futhi we are managed wa ke.
Okay, ukwazi ukuchoose, you just have to
go.
So
me very genre that you sing.
I was initially singing, I like house music, but like a house music. House music, but maybe piano manje. But house music. But it's not really nah. But it's not really in my heart. Like I
because I'm a deep house fan.
I know, not deep house for me.
Yeah, deep house as long as it's deep.
Hayi.
So right amapiano yeah we listen to amapiano cause they bathathe characteristics amathile lapha kwaito cause phela kwaito that's what we grew up like listening yabo kwakhona ukufika ama vocals lawe kwaito kwipiano kwasenza thina nathi saqala sathi okay let me listen to piano sometimes kodwa nje hayi ngadlala deep house nje ngasekuseni if it's not deep house it's hip hop yabo because izona zinto vele yabo hip hop and I used to like do it wamina when I was still yabo
So uyekeleni? I know, right? I know. It's a lot of work.
And uyabiza ngaphezulu music yabo enye into le abantu they don't take into consideration.
No, market music is just a lot of work.
Kungcono nina because vele manje yabona kuzofika mhlawumbe isikhathi la where you feel like njengamanje uthi yeah I can do
this. I can do music. I can. It's just ngiyasaba mina it's just all that performing.
And it takes a lot ngoba usubona ukuthi ngisho abantu abaningi they end up like taking ezinye izinto manje just because of the pressure.
Because you have to keep doing it but nje I feel as if umuntu if you have enough rest you can do
because nama emotions in music I feel like ama fans ku music they don't require you to like have ama emotions kakhulu because ngisho ungasuka manje uthothi uneyinkinga kini nani mawukuthi sikubhukhile thina we want you to see you happy lapha.
That's the thing. I get to it again. Mawuzongelela ukuthi cha akuvumi namhlanje umuntu agcine sethatha a substance in order to be that person for that moment which is
ngoba phela bashuthana nama camera hleze eseduze kubantu
bazokubona ukuthi ngathi awukho right namhlanje and then it's all over social media and it's just a whole mess.
Yabona nje manje kuyimess ngampela kona ngiya understand ke nami when it comes to lokho ukuthi why ngampela
music is just
ngampela so manje ke le party ke manje of like lecturing uma su lecturisha you will still be acting no manje.
Yes I will. I mean lecturing is it's a respectable profession. Acting is a respectable profession. Music is a respectable profession. It's just music is a bit more, it's a bit more
all over.
It's a bit more all over. But I definitely think that I can do these things either fall back on either or, But I definitely want to continue acting.
Ngoba phela manje yabona nana uma abantu behlezi bekubona yabo kunye uthothi ku distracting ngampela yabo because phela uma lectureisha nakhona ukuthi manje ama university manje I think ase right nama college indlela senza ngayo manje because bafuna ukuletha abantu who are like actually on the field. Mina I always prefer ukufundiswa umuntu like
that's doing, on the field. Yes
yabo ayi ukuthi ngiyofundiswa business study ngomuntu ongenalo ngishona ne business yabo yabo lo muntu we are just learning kahlahle so babi kuba ngcono uma uzofundiswa umuntu ose understand nane field yabo umuntu ozokwazi nanokuthi athi uma ikhuluma ngento akhulume ngento ayazi ungabi only just theory because sishawa ilokho thina kakhulu ukuthi it's only just theories and abantu when bethola fame bagcina sebebona ngathi ezinye izinto it's low yabo abona ngathi ayingeke ayangikwazi ukwenza lokho kanti phela we need to like even give back kwathina.
Yeah we do.
So manje la iThekwini uhlala laphi?
Durban North.
I want to say duze.
Wazwa ngibuza ngendlela eserious manje la iThekwini uhlala laphi? Ngathi uzosije sifuna ukuzokuvashela. Sifuna ukuzovashela. Yes, I live in Durban North.
Ukuthi phela ubafo lo olentozana lo Sandile yo PR umuntu athi uthole ngayo umuntu ohlala lenga konanda.
He knows a lot of people uSendi, so that's possible. uSendi engakulethela umuntu osuke eGoli, so you can just never know. He knows a lot of people.
That's why vele PR vele.
Yes, he knows a lot of people.
Phela kufuneka labo bantu vele field yabo.
And he's very clued up on things.
So ke manje ke ngoba phela ke manje ke lo mkhakha yabo lo mkhakha I mean I feel like ngathi lo mkhakha uza ne stress kakhulu uza no depression no anxiety. So ke wena uma uyithola mhlawumbe uyibone ngathi usesimene sikanjalo yini okuyenze yabo to like get out of that slump because uyabona manje with everything that is happening nje ama celebrating ngampela yabona ayathestwa yabo
sifo sokukwantalala manje kuthiwa ngithi ungikwantalala ngizulu lalibhale kanjalo iso lezo lizingikwantalala I think I'm a mom now. Ever since I became a mom there aren't many things that can upset me. I think mhlawumbe nganginazo ikhathi zokungabi right before I had a mom because our industry is stressful, but it helps to be who you are and know ukuthi into vele ngiqale ukuyenza ngizenzela mina and not for other people. So opinion yomuntu ayivamisile ukungixaka kakhulu mina because initially imina engangithanda entertainment mina ayidwanga omunye umuntu imina obezenzela mina ngaze and I was able to break into it mina ngamandla ami. So omunye umuntu my comment eceleni it's like oh well, and I mean I believe ukuthi impilo inama seasons. There's a good season, there's a bad season. There'll always be a good season, there's a bad season. There's nothing that bothers me too much. Ngiyazi ukuthi lokhu makwenza njengamanje kuyadlula. Yonke into iyadlula, nalokhu kuzodlula akusinto esengizi akufani it's not like being unandi phamagudumane where I'm like I'm going to prison now. Like it's over now. There's nothing that hectic that's happening. Yes. Yeah, like it's not like hey ngizobosha or yeah. So it's and ever since ngiba nengane it's like I can't afford to be sad nginengane because uma sengisaid mina what do they do? I can't afford to be depressed nginengane because if they get depressed then if I get depressed then what do they do? That's my thing like yonke into iyadlula mina I take everything as a stride. Obviously kukhona izinto engiyibona ukuthi lezi zibhlungu but ngihlala nginakho inhliziyo yami ukuthi ini nani iyadlula.
How old is your kid, man?
They're 3.
Well, 3. Ngoba phela ngiyakhumbula there were even like people who were saying because I saw that somewhere khona umuntu wathi hayi uSphelele uxoshelwe ukukhulelwa lapha kuZalo.
Abantu bayakhuluma yazi abantu bayakhuluma no that wasn't it. I fell pregnant and very early I think because I was expecting twins. Quite very early, my health took a dive. My health took a serious dive. So as a result, I couldn't continue shooting because my health was just in shambles. Now, after I gave birth, but physically, it took me cabanga unyaka wonke to recover and be able to walk properly.
Hey, you guys face a lot.
Hey.
I feel like they face a lot.
Just to recover even after I had the children because umzimba wami usungekho right kahle hle. Ngangakwazi ukuhamba isikhathi eside, ngingakwazi ukugqoka icathulo evalekile, you know, ngingakwazi ukuyidrivela kahle but it like I'm like someone who had a car accident, you know, but nga recover over some time. But yonke lento ababekhuluma khona babethi mina I'm having sex on set and
hey wena abaza abantu bamaphepha ngangidayisa yona
ngangithula nje ngibuka I'm like
hey imagine uma umuntu ke like takes all that in ukuthi it's going to affect you kanjani.
And that's yabona mina if there's one thing I'm proud of about myself is that I'm able to let this stuff bounce off. Akusiyo into ngiyithatha when I was pregnant because I was very sick. The newspapers were writing a lot about me, like a lot. So abantu bengifonele, hey, ubonile. I think because umuntu ongaziyo mina and I think that would be my friends. Abantu abangaziyo know ukuthi at that point the only thing I was concerned about was my kids being born healthy. Yona into engangicabanga ukuthi okay bengakubhala bakubhalayo as long as my kids are born healthy. I think for umuntu ongaziyo would know ukuthi uSphelele her mindset is here right now. It's not in whether uthi uyabhalwa emaphephandabeni or not because iphephandaba lingangibhala you know kuyadlula lokho
ngoba phela abanamanga nawo ama journalists yabona I feel like ngathi amaningi they don't care about abantu abasebenzisa ama subjects
of which is mina vele when I went into the industry this is something I knew mina ngangithanda to watch ngangithenga People magazine, Heat magazine, ngangibukela news, ngangibukela hot gossip whatever. So these are things I knew, so I wasn't really too upset that they were writing about me really, but nganginokuthi lokhu kuyadlula right. But if I have a miscarriage that I may never be able to survive. So my concern is my children because uma ngivuka from lesi swombe lesi and my children don't survive, I'm probably not going to survive. But iphephandaba
lokho bayakudumisa
like good publicity, bad publicity, it's all good as long as ngikhuluma ngami. You know.
So the character that you were playing Uzalo uba umazaza and you were playing umazaza kuZalo ngifuna sikhulume na how was that character, how did you get yona leya role?
How did I get it? I went to an audition. I went to an audition, or did they call me? No, I think they called me. I think they called me. But nakona, I had been very proactive because I had been wanting to be on the show for a while. I had been very proactive in talking to them about, please, if something comes up, please. I had been because it was a show I aspired to be on. So when an opportunity came, they called me.
Plus, it's the most watched.
Yes, I had even namanje. I mean, even namanje. Uzalo is major. Yes, I aspired to be on it, so it was something I was in contact. I was in contact with them all the time.
Man, you shoot for isikhathi singakanani khona?
For about a year, if I'm not mistaken. I think a year. Okay, I was like,
How was the experience?
It was different. Yo, shocked. Like, what the hell? Because the character Ketaki wasn't really major. She's a supporting. She's a supporting character. So I'm for M17. Uthola ukuthi nginamascene awu-2 that day. Ngizoshoot amascene awu-2 and by 9 o'clock I'll be done. Ngihambe ngekhaya. Maybe ngizophosa for a day ngibuye ngibuyele on another day ngishoot amascene awu-3. It was on a rare occasion when ngihlala usuku lonke emsebenzini. But I tell you Uzalo.
Yes, a chance.
Hayibonga ngakufika ngo-7 kuze kuhambe ngo-10 ebusuku. Futhi uma uhambe ngo-10 ebusuku ngo-7 kusase sikudinga emsebenzini.
Yo, kanti into isuke enziwa ngakho.
It's just shooting. I mean, Umazaza was quite a very character. You know, you were seeing me every day. So shooting. It was a mind-blowing change to me. I adjusted, but it was just shocking, you know.
Ngoba phela vele uma uzoyibheka vele it was a bigger character in terms
yes, it was a bigger character.
Appearance because ubuvela njalo and futhi ezinye izinto you have even drive ezinye storyline khona ngaphakathi
so it was a major change.
And even nanendlela what would you say was the difference mhlawumbe between Isibaya noZalo ngoba phela ngiyakhumbula ukuthi ngale zayikhathi there was even a competition thina abanye sasibuye sibukeke kabi yabo uma uno SABC wantu uZalo wena ubuka Isibaya kodwa manje looking at ama production o2 Isibaya asekho manje uZalo lisakhona yini ongathi was ihlukile between these two?
I can't talk about that on a podcast. I wish I could tell you, but I can't. But there are differences. There are differences. But I liked Uzalo. Like I liked both productions, right? I liked Uzalo for the fact that I was closer to home. So this is home. This is home. Like ngiyakwazi ukuthi ngiqede ngekhaya. Ngibuye. I liked it for that. Isibaya, I liked it for the calmness of it. I wasn't really doing much. I wasn't really doing much. So I liked
it was more like an introduction.
Uyafika emsebenzini, uyashutha lawo masini, uyashutha namanye ama-actor. We are cruising nje. You are cruising. Because you have ekhaya. Yeah, and then lada it was we are going to work for the money we are paying you, girl. Uzosebenza lada. So
the bigger the character value, the bigger the work.
Yeah.
So manje yini mhlawumbe ngathi ke I major difference ekutheni amanye ama shows akhanselwe noma mhlawumbe aphele amanye kodwa aqhubeke yini kusuke kuphela icontent or kusuke kuphela ama writers noma
I think maybe sometimes we lose. Let me talk for me personally. I think sometimes I don't know, it's the I liked and this may come out wrong. I liked I'm Zulu, you know.
Yeah.
So if ngihlangana neshow Zulu and it is Zulu only, I enjoy it.
Cha ingakho nami ngisho nalo Shaka wamanje I think uyena ngim-enjoy
kakhulu. Ushaka Yelembe, like I enjoy it.
The last one cause isiZulu vele
yabo. Zulu. So as soon as kune change until like if ngizobuka umvango is vendor.
Yeah.
Then I'm watching a vendor show. Like let me say Igqeberha for example. Igqeberha is Xhosa. Then I'm watching Igqeberha is Xhosa. As soon as something else interjects, angazi ukuthi yini ngiswitch off, which is bad. Angazi like which is bad. If ngibuka nje ilonto njane ishow yesixhosa. Ngathi ngaba isixhosa kuphela. As soon as kwaba nemix nje kwaqhamuka mhlambe ilanguage enye nginokuba which is bad but you know I think sometimes people like I think Isibaya was majority of it was watched by abantu base KZN.
Yeah.
So I sometimes think maybe and it was based on the taxi industry kakhulu, and sometimes mangabe when when they're hanging on to something and it changes, they probably get a little bit withdrawn. Ngisho example with myself, like if I'm watching a show about cars, for instance, and then people start talking about flowers, then I may not connect with the show anymore. Maybe kuba nenkinga efana nalezo, which we like it for what it is at first, and then maybe when we are introduced, and change is important for everything. Change is important for music, for, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes we introduce change and it works, sometimes we introduce change and it doesn't work.
Even you show the Queen, I mean, I never thought the Queen is open.
I enjoy the Queen, yes.
Yeah, imnandi nayo kakhulu.
I enjoyed the Queen.
Ihamba ngempela ifike to that stage. Yabo engazi mhlawumbe noma mhlawumbe ngoba mhlawumbe kusuke kumele kube like more serious. Because Peshe uyababona ukuthi Peshe they've like mastered that thing. Nalokho umuntu vela zenzela i-series, very series has 5 seasons phelile.
But I mean, in Days of Our Lives, we watched it for 30 years. It stayed on air for 30 years. How did it stay on air for 30 years? Each generation is still on air.
And umfundi ke yena uyambona ukuthi umfundi ulokhu eyishintsha.
Yeah.
Umfundi hayi ulokhu
ngiyabuka ngibuye ngilahleke ngithi hayibo kuzakalani lana ngibuye ngilandele futhi ngibuye ngithi hayibo.
And into crazy ngayo ngisho ngahlala unyawo ungayibukanga in 2 days uzobe usu understand. Ngangiyithanda the new generations, the legacy ngangienjoy. And then I don't know ukuthi mina yini sometimes that just hambe ngoba nama mina ukuthi mina ngiqamba mangami narrative person. Mina I enjoy reading nalokho I would prefer a book over a TV any day. Yabo uma ukuthi I'm going to stay with a book because so ngifuna ukuyicabangela into zami yabo manje I feel like sometimes uma ngizoyibuka kakhulu yabo even nakhona mina makuthiwa kunencwadi kuphinde kube ne movie I will always start with incwadi yabo because ingenza imagination yami yabo ngikwazi ukuyi-explore yabo. I feel like sometimes into mase uzovela uyifidwe kanje you end up not thinking at all yabo ugcina uthatha lokho nje nawe ukwenze ukuthi kube wena. So ke manje ke mhlambe for abantu ke mhlambe like ukuthi ngelinye ilanga nabo bake bangene kule space somkhakha mhlambe ungathi abenze kanjani yabo because phela wana inspire. I'm sure now you are inspiring a lot of like young girls abanye abasasemakhaya laphana yabo
bayalalela yini.
Yeah. Njengamanje ingane they are always yabo ingane lezi they are always on like manje
hayi mhlawumbe leza ngakini hayi ngibona sengazathi nje sometimes mawukhuluma it's they are listening but ngihlale ngisho you know with some of the students imfunda now that you know you have TikTok to your advantage. Yeah, you have TikTok, and the great thing about TikTok is that TikTok gives you the software, even if it's not a great software. It gives you that beginner software to edit your videos. Use that to your advantage. Put your stuff on TikTok. Abantu sebe movile away from YouTube because YouTube obviously is longer and consuming data. But you have TikTok and put your stuff out there. I mean, before I could ever be on TV, I was famous on Facebook because I put myself on Facebook, get my photo shoots, and I was always proactive with everything. So that's the thing. I'm like, you have this platform, Twitter, but TikTok mainly, you have it. Use it to your advantage if you really want to put yourself out there.
Ngoba phela abantu bafuna ukulinda abantu kahle not knowing ukuthi abantu bazokufollowishela for the things that you are like already doing.
And I do see a lot of aspiring actors on TikTok, and it's really great to watch them. It's really great to see them use that platform. I wish that after you do all these skits, you can actually try and do a series on TikTok. Ubhale nje a series and try and do it off of TikTok. Kube into abantu aba-invested in abathi nje episode bani namhlanje siyobuka.
Ayidai bayesha abantu content. Sesinama celebrity amangaki nje from TikTok.
And also senze nje an entire series or a soapie on TikTok.
Because nami ngikhona umsebenzi engibuye ngwenze nale genge shama comedy yabo.
But nje ngisafisa nje umuntu ozosuka nje abhale ngempela series, even if it's a 10-part series. I find on TikTok, so people always look for something to look forward to. Part 1, part 2, part 3 and
abantu bangabuki lama movie aphesheya ngoba manje ibona lama movie sengeke ngiwabona bayawa break lapha ku TikTok.
Iwona mina cabanga mina ama movie ngiwabuka, it's recommendations I get from TikTok, then ngiyibuke endlini, I get online and watch it, but it's right there. There are so many ways to skin a cat now. Akusafana seqaleni ways, it was just one way to get into the industry. There's so many avenues that have been opened, and into engifuna ukuyigcizelela kakhulu yabona when you start something almost start ama skits, right? Because that's what I realized ukuthi some young girls, maybe mainly young girls, because I mean I don't interact too much with young boys, but mainly young girls, umuntu usuke enokusaba ukuthi abantu bazothini, uthola ukuthi mhlambe ushuthile and you did your video and usaba ukuthi usuyasaba manje uyiposta ku TikTok because somebody on the side is going to say ungabuyitshela ukuthi ubani lona uzama ukuba i-content creator abantu awumbuku uzama uku-act abantu anibuku uzama ukuba i-model. Just there always be those people abasho njalo, just do it anyway.
Ngoba phela manje ngampela uma uzobheka ivulekile imarket,
ivulekile, but abantu bayasaba because they are scared of ukuthi uma se ngenza into ukuthi abantu bazothi ngubani bengizama ukuqala ini. Look, you try, you fail, you try something else. If you fail, you try something else, and that's the advantage of being young. You can try out so many things.
And ayakhokha lama platform manje.
Ayakhokha lama platform.
I know people who are getting paid on YouTube, who are getting paid on TikTok,
like they're making money.
Getting paid on Facebook, who are getting paid on Instagram.
I want to indaba of ukuhamba uyosubmit. There's a point of indaba yokuhamba uyosubmit to a broadcaster. What I wish for me more than anything, mina, is ukuthi masiyenza that series online. Sibe with a way of getting people, like, because data is so expensive. Kube khona indlela esokwazi ukuthi siyenze so people can watch it for free.
Yeah.
Like so that people can access it and watch this thing without thinking. Because sometimes in South Africa there's data restrictions.
Yeah.
You know, I think Isibaya just a couple of weeks ago, and one director was saying they're not commissioning as many shows anymore because of load shedding. So we are already living in a country as we say la phansi, you know. Idatha iyabiza, there's load shedding, you know. So South Africa already nje inengcindezi kancane. Load shedding is a mess, you know. So I really do hope ukuthi there's just ways that we can work around creating more content, because the government is challenging us already as it is. Abantu bazongabuki lutho phela because of load shedding. Izolo nje we were at Views and at 12 guess like
Imagine when you share sonke lo gesi.
Hey, nicanga masucishe manje wena in the middle of
awusukwaqina.
Oh my God. Ayabona ukuthi sibuyisele emuva.
Phela manje sesifuna ukuyiphoqa manje uthi ayashuthe sothatha umsindo ngecamera ngoba phela manje izinto eziningi ziqhunywa ku gesi that we use, and futhi lento it's crazy because manje uma ubheka umhlaba usumuve kuyona lento digital things yabo ukuthi
everything is digital. So how can we be digital? Uhulumeni angafuni usilungisela ugesi. It's a problem.
And lento iyasiza phela ukuthi abantu bazenzele lezi zinto. I mean, I feel like even our economy it grows a little bit better. Yabo makuzosuka ingane emakhaya zishayile into ku TikTok zifakele ithola ama gift zithole ku Facebook uyimonetize. Lo muntu yabo lo muntu useyakwazi ukuthi athe esekhaya abe ekwazi ukuthi azenzele imali.
Nakhona nje why angekho amathawa emva? Like amathawa aka Telkom ungena emafarm Telkom usasebenzi. Why kukhona indawo in South Africa they don't have towers? It just doesn't make sense.
And the crazy because manje sakhona nengenawo ngisho ugesi ke South Africa. South Africa safiye endaweni engekho ngisho ugesi. Ekusapushwa ngawo ke ukuthi one day uyoze nakuthini uhlangana.
Kade ngisemaphumulo nje just 2 days ago besihlala 2 days and it's like angikholwa mina ukuthi abantu bahlala lana. People, there are people in South Africa that are actually living here away from everything, and they're living and they're coping. Ngiyabuza ukuthi so ngibuza umunye baba ngithi mina so umuntu mayefuna ukuyedrobheni lana wenza njani ngamaphumulo. They're like, no, ulinde ibhasi iqhoma ngo-12. I'm like, liqhoma ngo-7 ekuseni newaliqhoma ngo-12. I'm like, wow. So umoya mistile nje lezo ikhazi futhi umoya edrobheni ngithi mina is there not even a mall awe azikho ngisho izitolo eduze. I'm like
imagine intuthuko izofika kanjani endaweni
Uyacabanga nje.
yabo and lapho uthi kunabantu ngampela kunamakhansela kunayo yonke istructures
It's like the way are these
exist uyabona
like bahlala lapha abantu ngempela like they're really actually surviving here. Umuzu la omunye lapha and akekho nomakhelwane oseduzeni. It's like wow.
Uyabona ukuthi ngampela ukuthi yibo labantu phela labantu bekumele ba online labasinyusela ama views la ku YouTube abanayo indawo
abanayo.
Because the connectivity, I feel like any into that we like still missing a lot.
We're missing connectivity, Wi-Fi, ugesi nje. It really just
kodwa
is a
hopefully
mess.
nathi basinika ama-tendo siwafaka ngoba phela sifuna ukuyifaka lezi zinto and the tech space thina. So that is one opportunity vele kuyona lento ukuthi hayi because kumele ishintshe because even uma ubheka even nanama artist stage yabo ama artist stage ama views kusa celebrate wa 2 million views. South Africa usayinto enkulu 2 million views. Kodwa manje we have like a population ena more than 55 million.
Yeah, and people just don't have access to the internet.
Yabo
which is very
izinto
wrong.
lezo ngampela kumele zi-adjust zithi kufika ngoba manje load shedding nabasibuyisele emumva yabo kuningi nje ukusibuyisela emumva ngasomthetho. That's why uthola ukuthi even nanezingane manje ezincane zisafakwa ehlathini kakhulu ukuthi ayi wena hamba ofunda enza ukuthi ngisho umbono umuntu ukuthi lento ayikho kuyena ngoba phela ukhona umuntu ethothi into ayikho kuyena uyabona lokho ukuthi hayi lona ngisho wathi uyamzama ngeke ingene imethi la uyabona.
But abanawo amanye ama-alternative na extramural activities, no soccer, no arts, nothing.
And ugcina usuzidoubt kwawena ukuthi hayibo ngampela am I really like damn ngampela ngoba phela nothisha abasebele kubekutshelile ukuthi wena
and akusiyo yonke ingane ezoba izohlakanipha esikoleni.
Ngoba phela kufuneki vele ukuthi wonke umuntu azabe isiqenqa.
No, akusiyo yonke ingane ezohlakanipha esikoleni.
So ke manje ke i-Durban industry because i-Durban industry I feel like i-Durban industry is behind kakhulu eJozi yabo uma ubheka mhlawumbe wena singayikhulisa kanjani lesithi from one music acting singenza kanjani ukuthi nathi sibe more out there because namanje I think ama shows are like KZN TV kuba akhona lona Uzalo i-Durban Journey.
Is Durban Journey still on air?
I'm not sure.
Because Imbewu is not there anymore.
Yabo na Imbewu
I think it's only Uzalo that's only on air.
Uyabona ukuthi ke manje ibalance ayikho kanjani and leyo nto uma uyibheka igcina siyenza abantu abaningi ukuthi bafuna ukumuva la bayegoli kanti egoli space phela nakhona ngeke ukuthi singawo ngampela for everyone yabo abanye they supposed to like make it here. So manje when mawubheka mhlambe as umuntu oyi-writer vele okusona nespace isingenza kanjani yabo ukuthi sithi ukuyi-uplifta nayo la into sibe nazo nje izinto ezipermanent ngampela ezihlalayo.
I think maybe the KZN now Film Commission, KZN municipality or something needs to look more into like njengoba kade ngichaza that I feel like online TikTok there's so much opportunity because ama-broadcasters esinawo njengamanje asegola ngithi so maybe that would be a bit of a challenge but let's look into injecting money into content creators in Durban because if there's anything that thrives I see on Instagram on TikTok or on Facebook content creators alana they really thrive. So if we could get actors who are actors/content creators to create content that is serious like on TikTok or on Facebook, then that would be really great. So that abantu bangaze so that people aren't limited. You see, people can't even pay for Showmax. You know, I know ukuthi ingane zemakhaya connect TikTok. That's why I talk about TikTok a lot because everybody's on TikTok. Some people can't afford Netflix. DStv yabiza.
Hey plus phela lazi into ufuna zonke kumele wazi ukhaphe
DStv yabiza but here's a cheap option. Let's make series on TikTok and let's aid our communities near Wi-Fi to be able to watch these shows. Let people make this money at TikTok because TikTok is not South African. So people benzi mali yangale. Let people make this money on TikTok.
Bathathwe nabantu bethu bafakwe futhi kulama platform because phela we won't lie yabo kuvela ku TV nje ukuba SABC1 i-audience yakho nje laphana iningi.
Major.
Because thina mawuzobheka lala I think omunye umuntu is like doing the most uma kule space uMDM lo umalume kalo sketch comedy yabo yena indlela yenza ngayo kodwa namanje na it's still not on TV yabo. It's still not on TV. Ngathi la eThekwini kahle ayikho support when it comes to that.
Yazi elokhuzaneni at the varsity I go to, the the KZN Film Commission was there. But see, it's not that there isn't support. People just aren't coming forward with proposals. Instead, what they get, they were there to encourage artists, which we are artists. They were there to encourage artists, please submit forward your stuff. Because, but see, it's not that the support isn't there. It's just that people aren't submitting. So maybe or a lack of knowledge. Abantu abazi ukuthi basuke bekuphi to submit what to who. I sometimes think ukungazi, not necessarily ukuthi there's no support. I believe there's plenty of support in KZN. It's just that asazi where to go.
Ngoba manje kufika abantu bangaphandle bazobhala ngempilo ephilwa la eKZN.
You see what I'm saying?
And siyayibona phela loopholes even nakwezinye izitori uyabona hayi.
Uyabona ukuthi this is not it, but oh well, you know, oh well.
Even ngisho kwakhona nje kusuka abantu basukele bazobhala yabona nje even wabona hostela amanye ama writers akhona you can see ukuthi umuntu ongakaza angene hostela lo yabo as much as ikhona leyo element
ngithanda lo show ihostela
kakhulu even kwamina from the first one
ngangithanda the first one kakhulu
nami kahlahlisi the first
the
one
second one
they were doing too much yabo
the first one ngangigula
yeah ayona phela first one
I blind fan
yabo because i-content vele ngesomthetho esirelate nayo because mina angikholelwe ekutheni i-content le ekumele size siyiveze kuma platforms ayikho I believe ukuthi i-content esihamba nayo kanje yabo we just have to like appreciate it enough ukuthi siyibone ukuthi yazi ukuthi this can like make a great story because my thina sinakho lokho ukukholelwa sengazuthi umuntu mhlawumbe uma ubhala ukuthi ngathi ungabhala ngento abantu abangakazi bayibone ngathi akekho umuntu ofuna ukubona into engakazi ayibone ngesomthetho yabo and uma ubheki America yona ekuyiyona engazuthi iya leader ikule space nje sama film nani America nginqena ukuthi kube ne series yo cleaner thola ukuthi i-series ozothi noma uyibuka ubone ukuthi cleaner is the best job in the world yabo kube khona i-series even nalama position lawo thina siwabuke delelekile yabo
bawenza something great
yabo ngoba vele ngesomthetho impilo yabantu le yabo akufuneki ukuthi sithi no umuntu efuna uku-act ofuna uku-act abantu abasema office ukuze sithi into right yabo that's why mina even ngisho nalo Uzalo because mina Uzalo kuona wonke lama soapies akhona I prefer Uzalo noma abanye bengathi luyi bioscope shuthi thina esiyibioscope mawuthi luyi bioscope because lapha kuZalo ngiyambona umuntu engimaziyo ekasi uthi
yabo we selling and maybe that's what people don't understand amabe complain Uzalo that there's it has a lot of people that are watching it, so it means a lot of people are enjoying it. Never mind you and your little opinion on Twitter.
Yabanje mina ngibona osihlobo.
That's like these are people you relate to, right? Uthi uyabhala ukuthi kujanjani ku Twitter wakho esilungwini lapho hleli khona baningi abantu abarelate to these people that they're seeing there.
And ama numbers yiwo phela la ufike khona noma umuntu esebuza kuthiwa because abanye khona abantu abazozi bathi hayi mhlambe ngeke siyashawa lana kukwazi ukuthi ngabe ama views ayilento ngempela ingoba ba understanding ngempela ukuthi thina sifuna umuntu uthina esimazi angifuni umuntu engizothi mangambona ethi hayi kodwa angaze ngambona ke lo la elokushini funa umuntu relatable because istory ileyo nto ngesomthetho to tell our stories in our own way impilo yasemakhaya sikwazi ukuyichaza ibe impilo yasemakhaya singafuni ukufaka i-element yama-suburb impilo yasemakhaya because iyo lento esilimazayo uthola ukuthi kuzofika kuzo-actwa ngento yasemakhaya kwenziwe izinto thothi ayisiyi culture emakhaya base umuntu osemakhaya uma eseyibuka le nto ayitshela ukuthi yona indlela ekumele aphile ngayo emakhaya kanti phela impilo yasemakhaya impilo yasemakhaya funeka siphile ngama rules akhona emakhaya and ispace siyalimala ngempela yabo siyalimala because even ngisho nama platform kanje ama podcast yabo I feel like kwathina la we are not doing the most kuleso space yabo ingakho kumele ngempela sibe nanama ideas nathi on how to grow this even kwawona KZN films yobusho ukuthi abantu abasubmit bona are they doing enough ukuthi to make sure ukuthi bayaba educate abantu because nakhona uma uzothi ngisubmit ngingayazi channel
like sibona kuphi sifunda kuphi where is it written to submit kuphi ubani osichazelayo who takes us through it we don't know
uma ukuthi icontent ephumile izobibhalwe ngesingisi yabo and la inatali ngesiqaba mama la inatali abantu abayifundi
you make a valid point there
mina ngiyazi ukuthi mangipostile page nawe noma ngingafika ngaposta ngesingisi
nami ama live ngesiZulu Ziyamporoma.
Ingoba vele we must like understand abantu bethu ngesomthetho. Singafuni ukuforce abantu bethu to adjust kwenye into yabo. Ithina kumele sisuke size kubona. Yabo.
It's like uma ngilokhuza uma ngenza a TikTok, I'll do my TikTok in English, you know. But if I'm going to do a TikTok and I'm doing a voice over, ngizoyenza a reel ku Facebook ngiyenza ngesiZulu so that people really understand what I'm talking about. Because if it's English it's like
cha phela isingisi ngesiqhama isingisi namanje kwathina isingisi siyile emavasithi nani kodwa sisakhuluma sisabuye kube nama limitation lapha nalapha ngeke sithi sizoflow njengomuntu vele like okuwulimi lakhe ngempela yabo and akumele sibavalele ngaphandle nathi because mawuzobheka leyo nto yenye into eshaya izitori zethu eziningi oyifica ku TV is prioritize English yabo kodwa manje futhi iaudience ithini yabo lento engayenzi sense.
Kwanje I think back to the point of prioritize English. It's like uma ngibuka ishow yesiZulu enikhulunywa isiZulu as soon as ukhulunywa English ngivele ngicishe tu ngivele ngabe ngisafunda nje ngithi yini manje
ngoba phela siyabavalela even nogogo emakhaya sikhulitha sikhule nogogo thina abangakwazi ukufunda iSMS yabo kumele uma uzofunda iSMS kumenyeza umuntu lapha kuthiwa akazofunda leSMS manje ngeke ngehla viewership mawubheka even nakhona lezinto zo TV license ezinye zezinto ezicause problem because abantu they don't feel like ukuthi ayingeke uma ngikhokhela lento iweti ngesomthetho ayikho ngisho ama deals abanawo banama deal ama China sabuka uJackie China lapha into ekuthiwa ngo 1940 something yabo iyo izona ikhala lezi kahle kahle ze content yethu kunalokho amapharaka abawuveza kakhulu ku TV ke abantu abalahlekileke yabo labo abantu abadabukisa
hayibo
maningi ama shows analezo zinto yabo
enjoy ukhumbule ekhaya. I still do. But wona amaphara ukhumbule ekhaya but enjoy.
Khona lezi ezidlala lezi labafana abawunga bahamba emgwaqweni. Lezo izitori mawuzobheka zithola more airtime than izitori zethu. Yabo because mina ngiyakhala nakhona ukuthi ngempela SABC how are they not approaching abantu abanjengo MDM yabo benze short baba lethe duze because even na SABC ukuba nje ne comedy nje SABC sakugcina ngobhongo kahle kahle yabo nje after ubhongo ayikho enye ke yakhona isitcom.
Maybe there's some problems there. I don't know. When was the last time I watched SABC mina? I don't know.
Yabo anganamanje
I was shocked ukuthi ukhona SABC 2. I'm like, khona SABC 2.
Yabo basabhalansiswe ovelaphi oSdum mawubheka
uSdum udlala ke SABC 1
hawu uSdum usamfica nango 7 SABC 1 imagine ukuthi as much as phela uSdumo simthanda sonke is good is nice siyamthanda
uSdumo is a timeless show so angumind
yabo kodwa manje ukuthi engathiwa usazongena ngo7
uhlala kabe file yabo bahlala
yabo bazobuyisa yabo nawe ngani iyona lento asebenza ngasomthetho manje uthola ukuthi usuzobuyisela uSdumo ubuyisela uSdumo nje wadlala impela nje uthola ubedlala ngicabanga ukuthi ngo7 imagine yabo that's like close to like a prime hour. Yes usakwazi ukuthi udlala uSdumo shothi uthini thina ngathi manje thina abantu ekumele ukuthi sikhipha even nane content that people can relate manje kuyona
ngicwa ngwakhala nyonini nje in 2023
even ngisho uvelaphi makubona uSdumo mhlawumbe vele ngene uvelaphi uvele ngene uvelaphi uvele ungabisazi ngempela ukuthi kanti yini lentozana la uyabo
udlala SABC 2
SABC 2 I know SABC 2 I'm not sure now
kodwa nakhona SABC 3
ya usakhona now SABC 3 yabo kunalokho kulokho kuqhamuka more content aphesheya yabo aphesheya
old content
futhi nakhona engekho new because phela thina la eSouth Africa ngempela ngeke italent I don't think ukuthi mina there's any country kahle in the world is more talented as
thina but there's a lot of talent here
yabo thina lana ubona nangendlela nathi even ngisho ngendlela esenjiwa ngayo TikTok o Facebook yabo thina kunento ethothi ihlaya la kuthina eSouth Africa kodwa kwelenizwe umuntu mayefunda kuyena isilihlaya kodwa thina we understand it ngenxa yendlela thina because we are content creators thina by nature yabo mina I do believe ngisho indlela esasikhula ngayo sihamba siyemfuleni siyobhukuda senza yonke indlela uma uyibheka ngasomthetho it's content yabo all over yabo it's content ayifosiwe yabo ayifosiwe and manje bayasilimaza ngempela nanabantu abaphambili yabo because ngempela siyadinga and ama artists ayalimala ama artists amaningi manje wafica sema office enza imisebenzi serious imisebenzi into engamenzi kwayena behappy yabo emshanga izinto eziningi impilo igcina ingasayi phambili yabo so lezo zinto kumele ngempela sikwazi ukuyishintsha so wena mhlambe ungathi in this time lesi sesiphila kusona mhlawumbe ungathi yini South African dreams yabo ngiyathanda South African dream ngiyathanda ukubuza abantu abaningi lo
South African dream for me or for
yeah for wena nje umuntu sengarelate phela relatayo yabo because
my dream for Bandla for South Africa is to have electricity all day. That's my dream. My dream for South Africa is to more of South Africa to have access to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
My dream is for less crime, but I'm not sure if that's possible because crime lana ngisho nabantu crime nje lana. In fact, le crime emgwaqweni yokuphuca phone isn't even much compared to the crime that's happening in some. The corruption is just so much. So I'm not sure if we're ever gonna get to a better place in terms of crime because people are more concerned about themselves. If we had maybe selfless people in power, we would not be having the crime problem that we're having right now. There's still I feel nje there's still a lot of I was just like, how can there be a place like this in 2023? Like I feel like there should be none of that happening. I shouldn't go to a place and not be able to and lose connection. There shouldn't be none of like abantu shouldn't be suffering for your transport in 2023. Like that should not be happening. You know, so abantu shouldn't akufane abantu bakamanzi emfuleni for real in 2023. Like kufanele ama-tank sasinawo ama-tank and all of that stuff that was provided by the municipality. So I was a little bit shocked ukuthi kulesi sikhathi siphila kusona there are some people that are still going through this, which I find
and ndiyo phela nento ngesomthetheli idela to crime masokhuluma iqiniso icrime thina yethu it's more like people like fighting out of anger ngesomthetho ukuthi nami phela ekhamele kudliwe yabo namele kwenze because manje we don't have izinto yabo ngale sikhathi ungenazo izinto ubuka abantu abanezinto vele at the end of the day ngelinye ilanga the poor will eat the rich yabo nsikubonile lokho even nangelooting ukuthi into engenzeka ngempela yabo because iyasilimaza lento uma ngathiwa wonke umuntu unayo mina into I feel like
make it possible for people to make a living for themselves. That's what I'd like. People are really suffering. Ngendlela ongazi uqonde, people are really suffering and suffering in such a way that they feel there's just no way out besides to benze crime. People are really suffering and it's so upsetting people are suffering in that way. Even though Go TV we claim to have progressed as a country.
Nalokho bazokunika u350. Imagine what are we gonna do with 350? Kodwa nayo government mina government wethu I feel like kwakhona ukuthi umdala kanje bagugile ngalendlela. I think nakho lokho kuya contribute because kuyavela yaboma uma singabala manje imali yak 350. Those billions mawubheka ngaba wayakhila ifactory. Ngaba wayakhila enye into that
but people still need to survive. I get it. But let's not talk from a point of privilege. I understand. I mean, 350 this that 350. People still need basic needs even though they don't kweminye imndeni lo 350 awenza umehluko. I know that for sure. Even kwabanye ngisho bewuthatha ke mhlawumbe bewuphuze but I know in other families uyawenza umehluko. So
kukuthi nayo ithathwe ifakwe endaweni right. Mina eSouth Africa yabo in terms of ukuthi ku create a job opportunity they would rather give you something for free. Because leyo nto iyona into esilimazayo kunezinto kunama systems angafanishini thina kunalokho government is making sure ukuthi we are dependent ku government ngoba phela lezi zinto bazoyibheka lezi zinto izinto ezakhelwe ukuthi si depend more to government yabo ngale sikhathi singakwazi ukuyimela vele u government uyohleze relevant noma esedlala ngazi ngoba thina u government wethu eSouth Africa thina singamstop sive sithatha umuntu simbeke in power lapha mayisehleli lapha phezulu useyi celebrate sekumele uma iqhamuka kodwa isithunywa njalo leso umuntu ebekumele loyo ngesomthetho sonke siba neaccess kuyena seyi celebrity asakwazi ukuhlangana naye asakwazi ukwenza lutho uyena umuntu okumele asize ngisho amakhansela emakhaya kuneyindawo othothi kunekhansela yabo nje mhlambe le ndawo eyishoyo ungathothi ikhansela lakho lihlala eThekwini imagine ukuthi
lo kahle la but lapha
ivunywa kanjani ukuthi umuntu asuke lapha azodla imali yakhe kwenye indawo kodwa kube kuthiwa futhi ugade leyo ndawo.
Yeah, true.
Yabo because emakhaya mina priority yami vele mangizokhuluma iqiniso emakhaya yabo mina ngiyawathanda emakhaya because ngikhulele khona yabo ngiyawathanda kakhulu manje izinto ezifika late iyo nathi nento yasisusa
kufika late yonke into is just
ifika nje isilentozana sesengaseyona ngesomthetho so ke manje mhlawumbe ama project ke mhlawumbe o involve kuwena imaphi njengamanje
nothing at the moment.
You're just focusing on school.
Yeah, I'm a student. It takes quite a considerable amount of my time. So,
kodwa manje mangathiwa khona abantu like abafikayo you'll be open
yeah, I'd be open to.
In terms of writing ke since kade uthi uyabhala, have you like written anything nje mhlawumbe ke that you can watch? Cha phela nathi osibhalele kuma ukuthi awukabhala osibhalele.
No. But I'd like to ideally write a TikTok series. That I'd like to do.
Cha usibhalele mina ngiyishoot.
I'd like to write a
because
TikTok
phela
series.
thina siyashoota and nami ngiyawakhipha even nana series.
Yeah, like I'd like to do that.
Yeah, ukuthi phela into bisangishaya ukhona ukuthi yabo mina I'm not a writer as much as I'm an idealist. Yabo
Not a writer.
I'm not a writer yabo. Manje izinto engiyibhalile ngiyibhala ngisheshe ngiyeke because futhi I'm also like busy with ezinye
Ukubhala nakho is time consuming.
Yabo
Khona izinto about art that don't need umsindo ngempela. That's why I think singers have writers. Umuntu uzolibhala iculo and then you sing it.
Yeah.
Because a writer needs quality time to themselves. And then you bese unika umuntu oculayo and is performing all the time cannot write a good song. It's the same as abantu ababhala television series. They really need to hibernate. Ngeke kuba abantu abathanda social media. They really need to hibernate and write and then give it to someone else. It can't be someone like me uboya hlala athanda ukuscroll TikTok isikhathi eside ngiyascroll. Even though I'd ideally there's so many things that have to change about my lifestyle in order to be able to write a good show because it needs my attention.
Ngoba siyashoda nathi ngawe yabo and uma ngisho ngathi uyapost yako Facebook ukuthi you looking for writers
Abekho.
because mangathiwa kuyangami mina I will have like 10 writers yabo
Mbhale.
because leso space yabo futhi abazobhala lezi story mina engiyifuna because mina istory engiyifuna istory zethu angifuni umuntu ongibhalela impilo yesingayazi yabo sifuna thina umuntu ozobhala istory zethu sikwazi ukuyiportray siveze kubantu siveze even nama talent yabo lawa amanye asavuka yabo into yenziwa nje osesenathi studios with obafana the boys izinto lezo that we need to like keep doing that yabo because even nazi ingane manje yabona ukuthi they can make a living while futhi besafunda even nane skill lo muntu uyothi efika ko 15 20 siyobe skill sakhe sesikhulile manje abantu bacashile abantu
Bacashile.
because mina I've been like looking for writers yabo nje kakhulu I've been like looking for writers because ngiyafuna ukuthi ile space sefilm because angifuni futhi ukukhipha ifilimu engagculisi yabo ngiyafuna ukuthi uma kukhishwe something ngempela ezothi ngisho ngathi ayiseyona equality ngaleyo ndlela kodwa uma ukuthi storyline seyiquality lokho ku enough yabo and futhi educator futhi content yethu at the end of the day ngabe ukuthi yama clickbait because icontent eningi ekhishwa manje ama clickbait yabo uthi wayifica ayikho nalomthamo lothi uzofuna la
uthi lo mthabo uthi uzofuna
base uyabhoreka ngoba phela ngizobhoreka
i-clickbait
bani isebenza kanjalo so umuntu ezovuka nje 2 seconds 30 seconds mkhulu useyivalile badlala ngami labantu yabo badlala ngami and ukuze sakhe nane industry because mina I feel like it's one of my missions ngasomthetho la eThekwini to like grow industry yabo nje when it comes to entertainment from ama film from music and nalama platform la ekuthiwa segoli so I build la eThekwini yabo wonke futhi one by one yabo ingakho nanabantu that ekumele balokhu besondela funeka kusondela umuntu with a vision ekanjalo because manje sidinga abantu is gonna build manje yabo abantu abane ozothi okay ngubonile uyo TV eGoli sengifuna ukwenza la eThekwini athi ngiyibonile indawo ethile eGoli awuthi ngiyenza because we have the space we have the people
we have the support I guess
yabo because yonke into umsebenzi masu out there hayi abantu ba support abantu we relying mangathiwa ba support it's up to us njengamanje ukuthi ngempela senze show ukuthi lento siya catch up because igcineni ithe kumele catch up
yeah but it's not that far behind
kodwa ngeke kulanjiwe yabo lana mina I know a lot of like dope artists dope actors abanamali yabo because phela uma ungenamali ngesomthetho into ekumele ikwazi kwenzeka imali yabo ukuze nawe nakini baqala balithathe serious italent lakho ngeke balithathe italent lakho kini
bengaboni wenza imali
bengakuboni wenza imali wonke ngisho ingane izofisa kanjani ukufana nawe uma ukuthi ayikuboni wenza imali as much as ke in terms of ukukhokheleka kuma actors nama actresses I feel like it's a challenge vele South Africa yonke because kusakhalwa kakhulu lapho makuya kuma salaries
Yeah.
and ama production umuntu amqasha manje amxoxe yabo ane power mhlawumbe leyo power singayithatha kanjani kuona sike siyinike nabo abantu like
I have no idea. I have no idea.
ngoba buka ngisho generation bagoloza khathwa bonke.
I think though, I think maybe the focus really should be on starting your own thing, your own production company. Really, that's really all it is.
Hayi should vele yabona should uvumelana nami ngesomthetho.
But there's a lot to explore in KZN. Uqinisile nalapho.
Kakhulu ngoba phela siyabadinga abantu ngampela who's gonna be like doing things. Yabo who's gonna be like doing things. So ke manje abantu ke like wanna follow you bangakufollowisha kuphi.
Sphelele Mzimela. Mawuchapha Sphelele Mzimela nje. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook ngikhona.
Hayi ngiyabonga kakhulu yabo for being part of the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, now uma ukuthi mhlawumbe khona ufuna ukudlulisa esingakumentionanga you can like pass that through.
I know there's nothing.
Okay, no, thank you so much. But thank you so much. Kwande nje nakuwena ukhule nje kakhulu vele ubhopile already.
Thank you for having me.
Ubhopile already enganje even nanezinto that you wish nje upon your life engathi zonke yabona ngalokho zenzeka yabo ngathi ngalokho zenzeka kuyisibusiso nakuthina to a view on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, yabo sesivala ke nje manje kunomuntu ke mhlawumbe emakhaya ongazi ke yabo ukuthi where to start mhlawumbe osafuna nokuzithola nayo ukuthi what they good at yipi mhlawumbe advice that you can give umuntu njengaloyo yabo to push.
How do you discover what you're good at? What do you like doing? Angazi ukuthi umuntu ufuna discover what they're good. I suppose when you're good at something you just discover it. If you feel like you like it and you enjoy doing it all the time, then that's probably your talent. But in terms of acting, if you can go to duty, the Durban University of Technology. If you can, if that's too much for you, get some form of training. Get some form of training. You need to get some form of training because when you get to that environment, that are pursuing the same dream as you, and then you'll be able to network and go forward. It's always more funny though. It's always better to be within the environment that thing is happening. Because you have to be within that environment.
I know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Ngiyabonga nje kakhulu. Uma ukuthi nawe busabukile kuze kube la. Thank you yabona in the show. Uma ungaka subscribe uthi ya subscribe yabo. Subscribe click notification button because kuningi okusays. Lumkile Zinyanga, I'm signing out. Thank you.
Bye.